A charming 7th grader mysteriously vanishes during Easter. Is it still possible to find the girl alive? And what horrifying truth are her parents trying to conceal? The psychics are going to unveil the shocking truth. You are watching Psychic Investigations, a channel of true stories. People who call themselves clairvoyants unravel awe-inspiring mysteries and resolve the most intricate and intriguing criminal cases. During the filming of the episode, Yána Pasynkóva and Khayál Alekpérov were approached by a woman whose 14-year-old daughter, Sónya, went to see her friends on Easter and never came back.
They said goodbye to her at 9:30, but she never returned home.
The disappearance of the girl on Easter became so resonant that at 8 the next morning, dozens of police officers, rescuers, soldiers from the nearby military base and canine unit officers arrived to search for Sónya. The entire village joined the search.
We searched everywhere but found nothing.
She's always been so polite. She's a little sunshine. She's always cheerful and never has conflicts with anyone.
The 14-year-old Sónya is the best student of her school. Her family is very proud of her.
She participated in contests on all the subjects, and she always won.
Maxim is Sónya's friend, who was among those who were the last to see her.
We went to the square and were there for some time. Then we told her we'd see her off to the market. There we said goodbye to each other and went home.
Sónya went home alone.
How far is it from here to her home? A little over 1.5 kilometers. It's roughly a 20-minute walk. Pull over, please. I want to talk to the attendant. They could know something. Tell me, please, do you have security cameras here? I want to see if the missing girl crossed here at about 10 in the evening on May 1st.
Do you mean Sónya? The police checked the video. They said they didn't see her in it. She wasn't here.
Thank you. So it means the girl disappeared somewhere here, on this stretch of the road.
Sónya's friends and family don't lose hope she will eventually be found. However, it has been a long time since she disappeared, and there has been no news about her lately. This is why her desperate mother came to see the psychics. The clairvoyants took Sónya's photo to work with it on their way back.
The girl walks along the road, but then the road ends abruptly, and this is it, Khayál. She's gone.
I don't see Sónya among the living either. My sacred book says, the girl is where there are many trees. She will be found in the woods in the village where they live.
She will be found on this day next month.
Later on, Irina phoned us to tell the horrible news. Sónya had been found dead in the woods, exactly a month later as the psychics had predicted.
Here it is. It's over 1 kilometer from here to the road through the woods. She was either dragged here by force or brought and dropped when she was already dead.
Sónya's mother and grandmother were invited to the morgue to identify the body. The DNA experts confirmed it was the body of Sónya Butts. But what was left of Sónya shocked her family.
It's impossible to know the reason for her death because the remains were badly decayed.
But who and why murdered the girl? Khayál Alekpérov and Yána Pasynkóva embark on the investigation.
The girl repeats the strange phrase, "Find my friend. I trusted him with all my secrets. Does this mean we need to find a boy?"
I had a vision. A woman, a man, and a girl are in a forest. I can't describe the adults because I only saw their backs. But the girl glanced back at some moment. It was Sónya. The next moment, I saw a bloodied knife in the woman's hand.
Could they probably be serial killers?
But the girl was so calm with them around. Does it mean she knew those people?
To get to the spot where Sónya's body was found, you need to know the forest really well. Most probably, the murderer is local, or at least they had been there quite often.
The cards say the girl saw somebody else being murdered, and the murderer knows she saw it. She could have been killed as a witness.
I had another terrible vision. There, in the forest, this girl, Sónya, she was holding her own head in her hands.
Do you mean she was beheaded?
Sónya told me, "Turn over the page and you'll see."
What page?
I don't know.
Hello, come in, please.
Hello?
My name is Valentina. I'm Sónya's grandma.
I want to know what happened to her.
Irina, take the cards, please. She's lying down, and a woman is looming over her. The woman is her bloodline, and she's holding something sharp in her hands. Look, the woman with the knife. Valentina, this is you. What are you doing over the girl's body?
What do you mean?
I was confused by what I saw. Could Valentina have murdered her granddaughter?
If we are talking about her body, then it is her hair. I took the hair.
What? I don't get it.
Yána, you mentioned something sharp in the woman's hands. It wasn't a knife. I see scissors.
Scissors?
It turned out that Valentina took a lock of her granddaughter's hair while she was at the identification of her body.
Here's the hair. Because I don't believe, I can't believe, the DNA test results are correct.
I compared Sónya's hair with the energy of her photo. This is her hair. I am very sorry, but your little girl is really gone.
Irina, she's gone. Bring water, somebody. Irina, please take a sip. Just one sip. I beg you.
I don't want water. I don't want anything. I don't want it. Who did it?
Calm down, please. You must help us find out who murdered your daughter. This is why we're here.
Irina, I need you. Do you hear me? Pull yourself together, please.
Return your granddaughter her hair. Take it to her grave. You can't keep it at home.
She's been here to take it. She came to take her hair back. I heard somebody knock on the window pane, and then there was Sónya's voice outside saying, "Grandma."
It's a bad idea for somebody to keep their dead family member's hair, as the necrotic energy from it can harm the living. But since we had it, we needed to work with it. Sónya. Sónya, what happened? There is a woman standing over the girl's remains. You don't get along with her. She knows the girl. She's your rival.
She's got long dark hair and big dark eyes.
This is Zoya, the wife of Sónya's father.
They found her while they were picking mushrooms in the woods.
The psychics and the girl's family go to see her father, Vitaly, and his wife, Zoya, who live in the same village.
We saw you and Zoya next to your daughter's body. Did you find her?
My husband and I went to pick mushrooms. I got deep into the forest while my husband stayed on the path. I found the shirt and showed it to my husband, and he said it looked like Sónya's shirt. And then I saw the pants among the trees, and I tried to pick them up but failed. And so we called the police, and we only found the lower part of her body. After the experts arrived, they searched the area and found the rest. I don't know exactly what it was. My husband later told me it was the skull.
So, the girl's head was separated from her body. This is what I saw in my vision.
I assume the remains could be dragged all over the forest by animals. Most probably, these were dogs or wolves. According to the locals, there are many of them here.
Take it in your hand. I want to summon the spirit of a girl. Your daughter is here now. She says she's mad at you, Vitaly. She's showing me a room full of children. She's on stage, and you're in the audience.
It was a school play, yes.
Sónya says that she was upset because you came to someone else's child.
My son and Sónya are almost the same age.
Is he your stepson?
Yes.
The boy's name is Bohdan. They went to the same kindergarten, and she was offended because her father came to take Bohdan home, but she stayed.
She's bitter. The girl says, "Dad came not to me."
She cried and she complained. It traumatized her a lot when she was little.
Your daughter says, my father is the killer.
That's enough. I don't want to talk to you.
These are not my words, but your daughter's. It's about a man who is not alive anymore.
You're using some kind of transport. Wind. It's not a car.
It was a motorcycle.
The man stops you. He's intoxicated with alcohol. He bothers you.
You punched him, and he died.
The man Vitaly fought died a few hours later from an internal bleeding. By the time the ambulance arrived, he wasn't breathing.
I bore the punishment for it.
Vitaly was tried for an involuntary manslaughter, and he spent 4 years in prison.
We divorced after Vitaly was put in prison.
Your daughter's spirit says, "Don't look for those who found me, but her, who I was looking for." I don't understand who Sónya was looking for, but I know one thing for sure. The people who found the girl's body didn't murder her.
Sónya asked me to find her friend, whom she claimed knew some secrets.
I suddenly had a vision in which Sónya showed me this friend. But it wasn't a human. I see a notebook. It has a pattern of flowers on it.
Did she have a diary?
Yes.
Where is it?
The police took it. There's nothing important in it. She only wrote that she didn't trust anybody.
We need the diary. The cards says that she made some important notes in it 2 or 3 days before she was murdered. It can be a clue.
Yána, let's call Katerina Malichenko.
Hello. You need the last pages of Sónya's diary, is that right? I'll try to get copies.
While the project's detective is trying to grant access to Sónya's diary, the psychics go to the site where the girl's body was found.
This is where I found the shirt. Right over here.
I need to carry out the ritual to ask your daughter's spirit what exactly happened to her. She was very sad and lonely.
She didn't trust anybody, not a single person. She didn't have close friends, and she felt rather lonely.
And you, as a mother, weren't a friend to your daughter?
We had a good relationship, but I distanced myself from her recently. I withdrew into myself.
She's now standing next to me. It reminds me of my visions. A woman, a man, and a girl in the forest. The girl was Sónya, and I saw a bloodied knife in the woman's hands. You are the woman. You are holding the knife, and it's bloodied. You are a murderer.
I murdered my partner.
I'm speechless.
The woman met Andriy 6 years ago. Later, she took Sónya and moved in to live with him. After that, her younger daughter Polina was born. But what happened that made Irina kill her partner?
He was beating me, and I grabbed the knife and stabbed him.
At first, they lived happily, but soon enough, the man began to drink heavily and beat Irina. She eventually lost patience with it.
I stabbed him in the heart. 2 years of my life were rather existence than living.
Irina is still under investigation. She doesn't know how she is supposed to live with this guilt. This is the reason she distanced herself from her daughter.
Sónya was home when it happened. Her mother killed her stepfather in front of her. This is why the cards showed her to me as a witness to a murder.
Your partner's spirit says, I forgave Irina. But can she forgive herself? She owes Sónya an apology.
Oh God.
Irina, get yourself together. Calm down.
Give me water.
What does it all mean? What apology does the mother owe her daughter? Meanwhile, Katerina Malichenko managed to access the copies of the Kill a Girl's diary. The detective sends them to our journalists.
Her spirit says, turn over the page, and you'll see.
Good morning. I'm in no mood today. Mom has been away for 3 days. Tomorrow's Easter, but she's not here. I can't even go to see my friends, as Polina's home. Are you serious? She wasn't going home then. She was looking for you. Where were you?
At my friend's.
For 3 days?
Your daughter is showing me a house. You often visit it. I see cigarette smoke. People drink and sleep right on the floor.
Yes, I started drinking, and I could leave home for 3 days.
The trial has been delayed over and over again for 2 years and a half.
Irina developed depression, but she didn't choose the best way to overcome it. She began attending the local drinks house in the neighboring street.
Irina, I can understand you as a human being, but there's a line you should never cross. You should always put your children first.
Her father is a killer, and her mother is a drunk. Neither of them needs their daughter. The 14-year-old girl thought of her little sister she had to take care of, and she couldn't leave home to see her friends. Do you want us to find the murderer? But are you any better than the murderer?
Ask anybody here. Did any of them take part in the search? Did anybody join the search party at least once? At least once? Did they go into the woods? Did they? Did they join the rescuers and soldiers? Did they?
They did. They did.
Oh, please stop it. You simply went there to be seen in front of the village council. This is what you did.
Stop saying this nonsense, you.
What are you talking about? Why are you arguing?
Because everybody wants to show themselves in a favorable light, to show how heroic they are.
There's nothing to argue about. She's dead. Do you understand it? You should have argued about her when she was alive. Now it's too late.
Nobody of you cared about your child. Neither you, nor you, or you needed Sónya. She started the diary because she had nobody to talk to. I have another vision. Sónya goes to the place where you were, Irina, to take you home. I wasn't the first time she was going to do it. She says, "Mom, I didn't want you to drink."
Sónya always said that whenever she entered there, she felt the stench of alcohol. Then she would find her mother among the distorted, drunken faces, take her by the hand, and go home with her.
The girl was brought here when she was already dead. She wasn't murdered here. I see a man strangle her in a car of a fair color.
Is he from somewhere here?
He's local.
A car runs towards here, like this. She's on this side of the road.
The girl is going to take her mom home. He says, "Get in. I'll give you a lift. I'll help you get your mom home."
Did she know him?
Yes. She knows him.
He's much older than her. You know him. You know your daughter's murderer.
Sónya wants to take her mom home as soon as possible, and she gets in his car.
He harasses her. It's sexual violence. He didn't intend to kill her. He pressed too much here. He's taller than you, just a little taller, but she's little, so it was enough.
The girl's body was found in such a bad condition that the examination failed to find whether she'd been raped or not, or if she'd been strangled.
Her body was kept in an enclosed space. She's pointing at the ground. It could be a basement or a cellar. I feel the man who killed your daughter works with his hands. He fixes things with tools. He has gray hair and blurry blue eyes. It looks like he drinks. He's about 45 or 47. He was a regular guest at the place Yána used to go to, and he saw Sónya take her mom home. He'd been interested in the beautiful girl for quite a while.
I can't even imagine it.
I feel he's not in the village currently, but he'll be back. In any case, it's the job of the police to search for the man. As for now, we've done everything we could. The rest is in God's hands.
She says, I need to hear I love you. Didn't you ever say it to her?
No.
Now you have the chance.
Sónya, I love you. I'm sorry I couldn't give you the love you wanted so badly.
Sónya, if you hear me, forgive me for everything. I didn't give you the love and care you wanted. I wasn't your mother, but you were like a mother to me.
Yána, you must think about your younger daughter. Be with her and give her all your love.
We pass the information obtained by the psychics to the police. Hopefully, it will help them find the girl's murderer. If you're impressed by the story, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Many more shocking investigations are still ahead.